In Parashat Eikev, we have the mitzvah of uttering brachot to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Even the mitzvah of saying bracha to Hashem is, of course, an important part, but you have a subtle mitzvah in Chamishi mentioned as well. V'ata Yisrael ma Hashem Elokecha shoel meimach. Moshe Rabbeinu says, what does Hashem want from you? Kim le'yirah et Hashem. Does He ask you anything but thanking HaKadosh Baruch Hu and fearing Him, going into all of His mitzvot? It's 5 different items He mentions over there. But Kim le'yirah, the beginning of the pasuk, starts with, He only asks you to fear Him. And the Gemara famously asks, fearing Hashem, milta zutrita, is the Gemara in Masechet Brachot, Daf Lamed Gimal, Amud Bet. The Gemara says, it's the small thing. We learned the name of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, Elo LaKadosh Baruch Hu, Ba'olamo Ela Otzar Shel Yirat Shamayim. That the greatest thing, the only thing that HaKadosh Baruch Hu holds dear is Yirat Shamayim. It's a big thing. It's not a small thing. And Mara says, yes, for Moshe Rabbeinu is something small. Which all the Mefarshim ask, yeah, Chazak Baruch, but Moshe Rabbeinu was Moshe Rabbeinu. He's speaking to us, recognizing our limited capacity. But the truth of this is, the Gemara in Masechet Menachot, Daf Mem Gimal, learns the name of Rabbi Meir, that there is an obligation from this very pasuk, our parasha. There is an obligation of uttering 100 brachot every day. It says, don't read it, Ma Hashem Elokecha shoel meimach, but Me'ah. HaKadosh Baruch Hu asks you 100 brachot every day. You see many people making sure, especially on Shabbat, that we're missing naturally many of the brachot in Shemona Esrei. Instead of 19, we have only 7. So you're losing 36 brachot right over there, plus Musaf, of course. Me'ah brachot we have to say. And I think the secret of the answer to that question in Masechet Brachot is here in Masechet Menachot. If the person constantly is remembering Hashem, in every turn and twist in your life, you wake up in the morning, you open your eyes, Pokah Ivrim, Hashem, thank you. You could stand up, you have shoes, you have clothing, you have all of those bracha, every lot, you come out, Asher Yatzar. When you eat bread, Zlat Yadayim, Hamotzi, Birkat Hamazon, Tfilah, connection that's constant and consistent. That brings us little by little, like the Rambam writes in Mishnah in Pirkei Avot, Hakol lefi rova ma'ases. If you want to become something, not something that you do, but something that you are, you got to do it a lot. If you give $100,000 at once versus 100 times $1,000, that second person becomes a Baal Tzedakah. It's not what he does, but it is who he is. And if it becomes who we are, thanking HaKadosh Baruch Hu, then it's not as milta zutrita. That's what Moshe Rabbeinu is saying. For someone like Moshe Rabbeinu, who's constantly in contact with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, is this small thing. And we, in our own level, we could be in contact with HaKadosh Baruch Hu constantly, and that becomes the message. It's not uttering the bracha, throwing a bracha out of our mouth, mitzvat anashim ilumada chas v'shalom, but connecting with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. A little connection here, a little connection here, a little connection here. You have 100 connections every day. That is something special. That gives a person otzar shel yirat shamayim, a treasure house of yirat shamayim. That's the most important and the only thing that HaKadosh Baruch Hu holds dear to Himself. Be'ezrat Hashem, for all of us. Amen.